This is a smart air filter, featuring an adjustable speed, a dust particle sensor, an air quality, temperature and humidity sensor. It's logging everything to my Home Assistant, so it keeps my air clean automatically. So let's build it. I'm starting by disassembling my previous attempt in making such a filter. As you can see, I used some aluminum panels for the frame, 2 PC fans and a HEPA filter. It also featured battery power, but it was unnecessary in the end. These were the electronics. Back then I used to hand solder the microcontroller and each required board, so it's a mess. I think I can use the power button for the new version though. As I have access to a laser cutting machine, I designed and cut some panels out of 3mm wood for the frame of the new air filter. And these are the resulting parts. This filter will have 4 powerful PC fans arranged as shown, with a power button in the center. Next, I will make a quick prototype board to connect all the fans together and complete the wiring. They're all just connected in parallel, with the power button interrupting the power input. Speaking of power, I want this device to be powered by USB, so I used this USB PD trigger board. As the name implies, it can trigger an external USB power supply to deliver several voltages from 5 to 20 volts. I used my portable drill battery powered USB charger to test its output voltage. You can check out how I made those in another video. In this case we need 12 volts, so I adjusted the dip switch to get the desired voltage. Keep in mind that the power supply must support the USB power delivery protocol, having an available output option of 12 volts. Now, by plugging everything together and pushing the button, the fans turn on at full speed, which means we can move on to assembling the chassis. We start with the 4 side panels. They are designed to slide into each other and then be placed on top of the top panel, facing down. As you can see, I already mounted the USB power input. The holes of the top and bottom panels should align with the notches on the 4 side panels. My wood board was quite warped, so I used some weights to counteract it. Later I will show you a smart version of the filter, using this air particle sensor. Now I also 3D printed some decorative parts for the corners, which are placed like so, and everything is glued in place using wood glue and tightened with a wire or a rope until the glue dries. Here's the next day, with the glue almost dry. It becomes transparent when dry, so you can see the white spots where it's still wet because I used too much. But it's okay to untighten the chassis and continue with the assembly. So, this is the assembled filter with the warping removed. By the way, I used this regular wood glue, nothing special. Now we can assemble the electronics for real. By mounting the push button and the fans facing upwards, we can plug the connectors to the PCB, give it power from a USB power supply, and turn it on to see that it works. It's really moving a lot of air, while drawing less than 15 watts. So it's time to add the air filters. These are HEPA filters from a dehumidifier device. I know they clog easily due to their fine filtering, but that's why I made this device to use 4 filters at the same time to increase the surface area and reduce the airspeed through the filter. Seeing some great videos from other YouTubers are linked below, I learned that making marginally cleaner air in large volumes is much better than making very pure air in such a small rate that never has time to catch up with all the dust producing devices in a room. That's why all makers prefer to build these so-called box filters using furnace filters, which are not as efficient as HEPA but do not restrict the airflow as much. However, they are not very common at all in Greece where I am. So I went for these HEPA filters, which are readily available. Sliding all the filters and turning on the device, it's still moving a lot of air, so I think it will work in practice. Pulling out a filter while it's working produces a noticeable vacuum, which is impressive, but also means we're restricting the airflow of the fans a bit. And here's a slightly used HEPA filter to see the color change. Now it's time to make it smart. Why make it smart? Well, first, the air filters are expensive, and by turning on the filter only when needed, preserves them for much longer. And second, I like automations. I'll use this SPS30 particle sensor from Sensirion connected to my Sprig C3 ESP32 microcontroller, which will use Wi-Fi to send the sensor values to Home Assistant. I'll also add the first prototype version of my Canopy air quality sensor module. It measures air temperature and humidity, volatile organic compounds, estimated CO2 levels, as well as a general air quality index. It's designed as a plug-and-play add-on to the Sprig C3 board, therefore will be placed inside the air filter along with it. This way, it will measure the air quality of all the air in the room that's circulating by the filter, not just from the single spot. The particle sensor, however, must be placed outside the air filter to read the unfiltered particle density. That's why it has its own built-in fan for circulating the air. So I had to extend its cables to reach inside the air filter, as you can see here. Now let's think of how everything should be mounted. This is a prototype after all, I haven't thought about all this. If this project gets enough interest from people, I will make a custom PCB to simplify the assembly process. Of course, it will follow the philosophy of Sprig Labs, being reprogrammable, repairable, and replaceable. In the video description you will find links to get the Canopy, the Sprig C3, which is open source so you can make your own using my design files, as well as the working code for the integration with Home Assistant. Now, by plugging everything together, we see that it works by pressing the power button, but the LEDs on the Sprig do not light up, so what's going on here? Oh yes, I forgot to step down the voltage from 12 volts, so I will add this linear regulator, which didn't work, so I tried another one. It also didn't work, so it's debugging time. It seems like I will end up using a bare LM317 linear regulator. And after testing the output voltage and trying again, we got light, finally. Now I'm securing the particle sensor on its place using some M3 screws and nuts. And we are done. This is the uncut demonstration. I plug it in using a USB cable and turn it on using the power button. Regardless of its smart status, it still turns on manually. At full speed, it draws 15 watts. But now, from Home Assistant, I can control its speed precisely. I can also see the air quality and the dust particles in my room, and create useful automations based on these values. Thanks for watching.